Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the important 2 mark question and answer from the subject the electronic circuits 2 and especially from unit 1. Okay. So already we discussed the MCQ questions for that one. So now we are going to discuss about the important 25 questions from each unit. Okay. And the first unit already the feedback amplifiers and stability. Okay, so now we will discuss the 2 mark question from this topic. Okay, so the first question you see, what are the effects of negative feedback? Okay, so it's a April 2003 question, as well as what are the advantages of the negative feedback. It's a May 2010 and May 2015 question. Okay, so it's a very important question. So what is the effect of negative feedback in amplifier? So if you are introducing negative feedback in amplifier, it improves the frequency response, okay, of the amplifier, that is the bandwidth increases, okay, as well as it improves the stability. So stability of the circuit is also improved, okay. And if you are introducing negative feedback, it reduces the noise and distortion. Okay, so in amplifier, some noise and distortion is available means if you are introducing negative feedback, that noise and distortion reduces. Okay, and it improves the signal to noise ratio. If noise amount reduces means what about the SNR? The signal to noise ratio improves. Okay, and it reduces the gain of the circuit. If you are introducing negative feedback, the gain is reduces. Okay, so these are all the effects of negative feedback, or except the last point, these are all the advantages of the negative feedback. Okay, so the first one, the frequency response improves, stability improves, noise and distortion reduces, and signal to noise ratio improves, and gain reduces. Okay, so this is the effects of negative feedback. And the next one, define feedback. Okay, so feedback, what does it mean by feedback? That is a portion of output signal is taken from the output of the amplifier and is combined with the normal input signal is called as a feedback. Okay, so you see the diagram for this feedback amplifier. This is the feedback amplifier diagram. So the portion of output, okay, so the portion of output is sampled, and that portion of output is again uh, added with our original input signal using the mixture, and that signal is applied to the input of this basic amplifier, means this concept is called as a feedback. Okay, so a portion of output is fed back, and again it is added with the original input signal, and it is given to the amplifier, means it is called as a feedback. Okay, then there are two types of feedback is there, positive feedback and negative feedback. Okay, so the next question, define positive feedback, or this question may define direct feedback or define regenerative feedback. So other name of the positive feedback is regenerative feedback. So what does positive feedback mean? So feedback already the portion of output signal is again added with the original input signal and fed back as an input, means that is called as a feedback. Okay, so the positive feedback means if the feedback signal is in phase with the input signal, means that type of feedback is called as a positive feedback. Okay, so if the feedback signal is in phase with input signal, means the feedback signal and external input signal both are added. Okay, so the input applied to the given amplifier, it will increase. Okay, so similarly we are getting if input increases, means what about the output provided by the particular amplifier, it is also increasing. So the type of feedback is called as a positive feedback. Okay, feedback signal is in phase with the input signal, then that feedback is called as a positive feedback. The another name of the positive feedback, it is a regenerative feedback. Okay, then the next question, define negative feedback or inverse feedback or degenerative feedback. The other name of negative feedback is degenerative feedback. So degenerative feedback means if the feedback signal is out of phase with input signal. Okay, so the input signal and the feedback signal is in out of phase, means these two signals are subtracted. Okay, input signal is subtracted with this feedback signal. So at the time the input applied to the amplifier decreases. So that's why the output is also decreases. So this feedback is called as a negative feedback. So you see, if the feedback signal is out of phase with the input signal, then the input voltage applied to the basic amplifier is decreased, and correspondingly the output is also decreased. So this type of feedback is called as a negative feedback or degenerative feedback. Okay, so this is the next one. Okay, and the next question, define feedback factor of the feedback amplifier. So feedback factor, it is beta. So what is the feedback factor or feedback ratio means? The beta is defined as, it's a ratio of Vf by V naught. Vf is said to be the output of feedback network. V naught is said to be the input of the feedback network. Okay, so the feedback factor is defined as the ratio between the feedback voltage to the output of the amplifier. Okay, that is output of the feedback network divided by input applied to the feedback network. It is called as a beta. Okay, and usually this beta, it is in fraction. The beta value is in between 0 to 1. Okay, so the minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 1. Okay, this is the feedback factor. And the next question, what is return ratio of feedback amplifier, or what is loop gain? Okay, so this is the one university question, April 2011 and November 2011 question. Okay, loop gain. What is loop gain means? The product of A into beta is called as a loop gain. What is A? A is a open loop gain. Beta is a feedback ratio. So you see the thing, A is a amplifier, open loop amplifier gain, beta is the feedback ratio. So the product of this A into beta is called as a loop gain. Okay, so here why this loop gain is called as a return ratio means, you see, a path of signal from input terminal through basic amplifier, through feedback network, and back to the input terminal forms a loop. Okay, so here you see the input is given to the amplifier, and again it is given to feedback, and again it is given to amplifier. So this forms one closed loop. Okay, so in this closed loop, what is the gain? So the gain is the product of A into beta. So that's why the A beta, it is called as a return ratio or loop gain. Okay, a path of signal from input terminal through basic amplifier, through feedback network, and back to input terminal form a loop. So the gain of this loop is the product A beta. This A beta is called as loop gain or return ratio. Okay, then the next question, mention the three networks that are connected around the basic amplifier to implement the feedback concept. Okay, it's a May 2017 question. That is, in order to provide the feedback concept, what are all the three network to be connected with this basic amplifier? Okay, that's the question. So you see, this is the block diagram of our feedback amplifier. So in order to construct one feedback amplifier, in addition to amplifier, what are all the three elements needed? One is mixture, another one is sampler, another one is feedback network. Okay, that is the answer. So the three networks that are connected around the basic amplifier to implement the feedback concept is, one is mixture or comparator network, the second one is a sampling network, the third one is the feedback network. So these are all the three networks in addition with the basic amplifier in order to construct one feedback amplifier. Okay, so it's a one university question, May 2017 question. And the next question, draw the block diagram of feedback amplifier. Okay, so this is the block diagram of feedback amplifier. So in order to construct feedback amplifier, we needed the four blocks. Okay, first one, the basic amplifier with gain A. Okay, then this is the mixture or comparator. This is the sampler. This is the feedback network. So first one, the external source. Okay, the signal from the source is given as a one of the input to mixture. And for this mixture, what is the another one input means? The output of the feedback network, pi f, is given as a input. and the output of mixture is given as a input to the basic amplifier. Then output of the basic amplifier is given as a input to sampler. Then from the sampler we are taking some part of signal as a feedback to this feedback amplifier. So this is the block diagram of feedback amplifier. So it is also a one of the 2 mark question. Okay. Then the next one, write down the expression for gain with the feedback for positive and negative feedback. So if you are introducing positive feedback, what is the closed loop gain? Okay, closed loop gain with the feedback. Similarly, for negative feedback, what is the closed loop gain with the feedback means? So you see, for if you are introducing positive feedback, the closed loop gain AF equal to A by 1 minus A beta. Okay, if it is a negative feedback, the gain with the feedback AF equal to A by 1 plus A beta, where A is a amplifier gain, AF is a amplifier gain with the feedback. A is a open loop gain, that is amplifier gain without feedback. Beta is a feedback ratio or feedback factor. For positive feedback, A by 1 minus A beta. For negative feedback, A by 1 plus A beta. Okay, if you are introducing negative feedback, the gain decreases. If you are introducing positive feedback, the gain increases. Okay, that is a concept. Then the next question, define sensitivity and desensitivity. Okay, so the sensitivity, it's also one of the university question. Sensitivity, it is defined as the ratio of percentage change in voltage gain with feedback to the percentage change in gain without feedback. Okay, so due to the temperature or atmospheric changes, how much percentage change in gain with the feedback divided by how much change in gain without feedback, that ratio we are calling it as a sensitivity of the amplifier. So you see, sensitivity equal to DAF by AF. So what is DAF by AF? Percentage change in gain with the feedback. DA by A is a percentage change in gain without feedback. So that ratio we are calling it as a sensitivity. So the sensitivity answer is equal to 1 by 1 plus A beta. And desensitivity. Desensitivity is nothing but it's a reciprocal of sensitivity. Okay, so just reverse, you can define, it's a ratio of percentage change in voltage gain without feedback divided by percentage change in gain with the feedback. So DA by A divided by DAF by AF is called as a desensitivity. So the desensitivity value equal to 1 plus A beta. So 1 by 1 plus A beta is a sensitivity. 1 plus A beta is a desensitivity. Okay, desensitivity, it is the reciprocal of sensitivity. Okay. Then the next question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of negative feedback? Okay, so in negative feedback, except one point, all remaining is a advantage. Okay, so the advantages already we discussed as the first question. So the negative feedback is used to improve the performance of electronic amplifier. Like first one, it increases the bandwidth. That means it improves the frequency response. Okay, so it increases the bandwidth of the amplifier. It helps to modify the input and output resistances or impedances, and it decreases the distortion and noise. Okay, and it also improves the stability also. Okay, so the advantage of negative feedback is it increases the bandwidth. That means it improves the frequency response. It helps to modify the input and output impedance. It decreases the distortion. It decreases the noise. So the disadvantage is only one disadvantage. The voltage gain reduces. If you are introducing negative feedback, the gain of the amplifier reduces by some amount. Okay, that is the disadvantage. Okay, then the next question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of positive feedback? Okay, so in positive, okay, so this is not a negative, this is a positive feedback. The advantage of positive feedback is only one. Okay, that is it increases the voltage gain. That is the only one advantage. Remaining all and all disadvantages. Okay, if you are introducing positive feedback in amplifier, the instability increases. That means the stability reduces. Okay, stability of the circuit reduces, bandwidth reduces, it increases the distortion and noise. Okay, so the positive feedback effect is just reverse to that of the negative feedback effect. In negative feedback, it improves the frequency response, it reduces the distortion and noise. But if you are introducing positive feedback, the distortion noise increases, bandwidth reduces, instability increases. These are all the disadvantages. Okay. Then the next one, what is the effect of negative feedback on noise in circuit? It's a May 2010 and 17 question. That is, what is the question means? If we are introducing negative feedback in one electronic circuit means, what is the effect on noise? Okay, so you just consider in any amplifier there are different sources of noises there. Okay, so there are many sources of noise in an amplifier depending upon the active device used. Okay, so with the use of negative feedback, if n is the noise in the particular amplifier means the noise with the feedback is reduced by the factor 1 plus a beta. Okay, so you see, if you are introducing negative feedback in that particular amplifier circuit, the noise with the feedback nf is equal to n by 1 plus a beta, where n is a total noise in amplifier without feedback. If you are introducing negative feedback, that a noise amount is reduced by the amount 1 plus a beta. So NF equal to, NF means noise with feedback is equal to noise without feedback by 1 plus a beta. Okay. This is one of the university question. And the next one, list the effect of negative feedback on noise and bandwidth of the amplifier. So if you are introducing negative feedback, what is the effect of noise? Just now we discussed in the previous question. Okay. Here the question is, what is the effect of negative feedback on noise and bandwidth? So you know, if you are introducing negative feedback, the noise is decreases. Okay. The noise is decreased by the factor 1 plus a beta, that is NF equal to N by 1 plus A beta. Similarly, what about the bandwidth? The bandwidth of the amplifier is increased by the factor 1 plus A beta. So the bandwidth with the feedback is equal to bandwidth without feedback into 1 plus A beta. Okay. If you are introducing negative feedback, the bandwidth increases. Okay, that is the meaning that the frequency response of the amplifier improves. Okay, so bandwidth increases, noise decreases. Okay, so this is also a that is a university question, May 2016 and November 2016 question. Okay, then the next one, what are the different types of negative feedback? Okay, so what are the different negative feedback topologies? This is also one of the university question. So in negative feedback, depending upon the type of mixture and the type of sampling network, there are 4 different type of negative feedback is there. One is voltage series feedback, voltage shunt feedback, current series feedback, and current shunt feedback. Okay, so here the second word, the series shunt, it indicates it's a type of mixture. The word first voltage and current, it is nothing but a type of sampling. Okay, so depending upon the 2 type of sampling and 2 type of mixing, there are 4 different type of negative feedback topology: voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, current shunt. Then the next question, write the expression for input and output resistance of voltage series feedback amplifier. It's a May 2013 question. Okay, for voltage series feedback amplifier, what is the input resistance and output resistance with the feedback? Already you know, if you are introducing negative feedback in amplifier, we can modify, okay, we can alter the input resistance and output resistance by some amount. Okay, so here especially for voltage series feedback amplifier, what is the input resistance and output resistance? So you see, in voltage series feedback amplifier, the input resistance is increases by the amount 1 plus A beta. Okay, since voltage series, so here the second word series, it is nothing but a type of mixture. Okay, if series mixture is used in the feedback amplifier means it improves the input resistance value by the factor 1 plus A beta. Okay, so that's why RIF is equal to RI into 1 plus beta into A, where RIF is a input resistance with feedback. RI is a input resistance without feedback. Beta is the feedback ratio. A is the open loop gain. Okay. Similarly, the output resistance, the second word voltage. This voltage indicates it's a type of sampling network. If it is a voltage sampling means the output resistance decreased by the factor 1 plus A beta. So the output resistance with the feedback decreases by the amount 1 plus A beta. So ROF is equal to RO by 1 plus A beta. Okay, so these are all the effects of this voltage series feedback in input and output resistance. Okay, so similar to this, you may get question for write down the expression for input and output resistance of voltage shunt feedback, current shunt feedback, and current series feedback. Okay, so you just remember that if series mixture means input resistance increases. Okay, similarly, shunt mixture means input resistance decreases. Then voltage sampling means output resistance decreases. Current sampling means output resistance increases. Okay, so you see this is the comparative of the thing. So you see the input resistance and output resistance value for 4 feedback topology. The input resistance, in order to know the input resistance, you just look into the second word series. Okay, so series means current series and voltage series means the type of mixture is series mixture. If it is a series mixture, the input resistance increases. Okay, in next to shunt mixture. So shunt mixture means the input resistance decreases. Okay, similarly, if you want to define output resistance, you see the word first word current. Okay, if it is a current sampling means increases. Okay, voltage sampling means, you see this two type is voltage sampling, the output resistance decreases. Okay, so this is the keyword you just note down. If the type of mixture is series mixture, input is increases. Type of mixture is a shunt, input resistance decreases. If current sampling, output resistance increases. If voltage sampling, current that is output resistance decreases. Okay, so using that, you just write down the input and output resistance for any feedback amplifier. Okay, then the next question, give an example for voltage series feedback circuit. So for voltage series feedback circuit, a very good example is a common collector amplifier, that is emitter follower. Okay, if it is a transistorized circuit means emitter follower, that is common collector amplifier. If it is a FET based circuit means the common drain amplifier. Okay, common drain amplifier or source follower is an example for voltage series feedback amplifier. Okay, then the next question, write the expression for input and output resistance of current shunt feedback. Okay, you see the second word shunt. So shunt mixture means input resistance decreases. So you see the input resistance with the feedback RIF is equal to RI by 1 plus beta into A. Okay, and current sampling mean output resistance increases. So output resistance with the feedback equal to output resistance without feedback into 1 plus A beta. Okay, so this is the input and output resistance for current shunt feedback. Then the next question, give an example for current series feedback circuit. So the very good example for current series feedback circuit is the common emitter amplifier with unbypassed emitter resistor. This is an example for current series. Similarly, the common source amplifier. If it is a FET based circuit means the common source amplifier with unbypassed source resistance. This is an example for current series feedback circuit. Then the next one, give the effect of negative feedback on amplifier characteristics. Okay, so if you are introducing negative feedback in amplifier, you know the voltage gain decreases. Okay, bandwidth increases, input resistance and output resistance depending upon the that is the input resistance value either increases or decreases depending upon the type of mixture network. Okay, in series mixture, input resistance increases. In shunt mixture, input resistance decreases. Similarly, output resistance, if it is a current sampling, increases. If it is a voltage sampling, decreases. Okay. Then the next one, State Nyquist criterion. So it is also one of the university question. The Nyquist criterion. So the Nyquist criterion for stability of amplifier. That is, Nyquist criterion is used to determine our given amplifier is stable or not. Okay, in order to check the given amplifier is stable or not, in order to know that, we are using the criterion. It is called as Nyquist criterion. So the Nyquist criterion for stability states that an amplifier is unstable if the Nyquist curve encloses the point -1 plus j0. So you see the two diagram. In this is the Nyquist curve. In this first diagram, the Nyquist curve does not encloses the point -1 plus j0. That means this type of amplifier is called as a stable amplifier. Okay, but in the second diagram, the Nyquist criterion, the Nyquist curve encloses the point -1 plus j0, so it is unstable. So the second diagram, it shows the unstable. The first diagram, it shows the stable. Okay, you see, Nyquist criterion for stability states that an amplifier is unstable if the Nyquist curve encloses the point -1 plus j0, and the amplifier is stable if the curve does not enclose the point -1 plus j0. Okay, this is called as a Nyquist criterion. Okay, then the next question, define gain margin and phase margin. Okay, gain margin, it's also a university question, May 2019 question. Gain margin. So this gain margin and phase margin, it is derived from the Bode plot. Okay, so I studied the Bode plot in control system, that is the thing. The gain margin is defined as the value of modulus of A beta in decibel at the frequency at which the phase angle of A beta is 180. Okay, the gain margin is defined as the value of modulus of A beta in dB at the frequency at which the phase angle of A beta is 180 degree. Okay, and if the negative gain margin indicates that the decibel rise in open loop gain, a theoretical possibility without oscillation. Okay, the positive gain margin means that amplifier is potentially unstable. So for one amplifier, if the gain margin value is negative, means it's a stable circuit. Positive gain margin means it is that is potentially unstable circuit. Okay, phase margin, it is defined as 180 degree minus the magnitude of angle A beta at the frequency at which modulus of A beta is unity. Okay, this is the phase margin. So this definition, it's a important definition. It's a May 2019 question. And the next one, why frequency compensation is required in feedback amplifier. Okay, it is also a May 2019 question. So that is in order to make the given amplifier stable. Okay, so in order to make the amplifier stable, we have to introduce one compensation technique. It is called as a frequency compensation technique. Okay, so to make a given amplifier stable for a given feedback factor beta, the open loop frequency response is suitably modified by the process known as frequency compensation. So frequency compensation is a technique in order to make the given amplifier stable. Okay. Then what are the different types of frequency compensation technique? So we may use a dominant pole compensation, pole zero compensation, Miller compensation. These are all the different types of frequency compensation techniques in order to make the amplifier stable. Okay, and the next question, distinguish the series and shunt feedback. It's a May 2018 question. Okay, series feedback. In series feedback, the output current is sampled and the feedback network is connected in series with the output, means that type of feedback is called as a series feedback. Okay, so it is also called as a current sampling. Okay, here we are sampling the output current. That output current is given as a input to the feedback network. So it is a current sampling. Similarly, in shunt feedback means in shunt feedback, the output voltage is sampled. Okay, and the feedback network is connected in shunt with the output. Okay, it is called as a voltage sampling. Okay, This is the difference between the series and shunt feedback. Okay. So these are all the important 25 2 mark question. Okay, question and answer from the unit 1, from the subject electronic circuits to. Okay, so then that is from this unit, the important 2 mark problem as well as the 4 mark 6 mark problem we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos. If you want to learn the videos like signals and system, and transmission lines and RF system, then circuit analysis, then DSP. So that is I will posted the lecture videos as well as the MCQ videos is in a separate playlist. So in my channel there are so many separate playlists for each subject is created. If you want to learn, so you just learn from that playlist. I will give link for that playlist in the description box. You can use it. Okay, so we will discuss the problem related to this first unit. We will discuss in the next video. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel, and please press the bell notification button. Then only you can get a notification once I am posting the video. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video.